Hello everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me here. My name is Aditya. I'm an actor, filmmaker, social worker, and like all of you, a student of life. So this is not going to be a talk. This is going to be an artistic exchange. I'll bring my words and I urge you to bring your interpretation. I'll bring my insights and I want you to bring your attention. Let us all together explore this wonderful journey of mutual exploration and cinema. Why cinema? Why? Because cinema is universal. Anywhere you go into the world, you'll find cinema. You can't escape from it. Cinema is accessible. Cinema connects us. On any other topic, you might be talking, say, like once in 7 days, once in 10 days. But for cinema, you might be a student of law, you might be a student of engineering, humanity, philosophy, but cinema connects you all. A good film connects everyone, and a bad film more so. We always criticize, "Arey, ye film aisi thi, wo film aisi thi." So that is why. And also because cinema is the highest evolved art form. Think about it. It involves art. It involves painting. It involves writing. It involves dance. It involves music. It involves acting. It involves photography. It involves cinematography. It involves set designs. It is a culmination of all these art forms. So it is the most evolved art form. Hence, it is having this power of grabbing your attention. It really grabs your attention. A cinema hall is like this very hall, a melting pot of consciousness, where we all sit in the darkness and we all light our lamps of curiosity and we are absolutely ready to receive, to soak what the filmmaker is wanting to tell us. That is the power of cinema, to grab your attention, to make you see more, to make you realize more, to make you become more aware. So cinema raises our level of awareness. I don't consider cinema as merely entertainment, and it is really very superficial to call cinema as merely entertainment. Cinema is a consciousness generator. It generates consciousness. It creates awareness. All of us carry our heroes, our heroines, our role models from cinema within us. Lots of students are here. They might have forgotten their theorems, they might have forgotten their formulas, but no one forgets Allu Arjun's line, "Jhukega nahi." Everyone knows that. My apologies to all the teachers here. But cinema is a great teacher. We learn from cinema. Sometimes consciously, sometimes subconsciously. It's not only about copying hairstyles. It's not only about copying dressing styles. We see our hero struggles. We seek our own very personal redemption in cinema. We seek solutions to our problems in cinema. And cinema is not related to only big screen now. Every one of you is carrying cinema in your pockets. Times are changing. Every mobile screen. Everywhere. So even if you are in your confines of your room, or maybe in your classroom also watching cinema from the back benches, hello? So, you are still transported to a magical world of awe, horror, thrill, suspense. And as humans, we are all the time learning. But learning why? Subconsciously we are learning. Learning why? Because we want to be the best version of ourselves. Me, you, why are we here? Because we want to learn something new. I want to learn something from you guys. I want to take your energy. I want to take your attention. I want to see what the youth is all about. You want to take my insights. We want to be the best version of ourselves. And why we want to be the best version of ourselves? So to create a better quality of life. We all want to create a very good quality of life, not only for us. We want to live in a better society. We want to live in more enlightened times. And that is where cinema comes, because it is such a powerful medium. It is such a powerful tool. So how cinema? How cinema as a tool for inclusion? How can it include? It can. It can include by the power of representation. By representing marginalized voices, by representing people who have been left out from histories, by representing topics which are supposed to be taboo. There have been hundreds and thousands of instances where a certain taboo topic or a certain kind of community has gained mainstream acceptance because of power of cinema. Yes, it happens. It is happening every day. We have seen in Indian cinema movies like Neecha Nagar, movies like recently Jai Bhim, and a movie which I made called Shudra, which really raised awareness against caste system. One of the recently released movies called Pink, it really raised issues about a woman's consent. Now it has become such a popular dialogue, no means no. So there comes cinema, raising awareness, bringing the marginalized into the mainstream, including everyone. In 1993, in Hollywood, they made a movie called Philadelphia. It was about gay rights. And believe me, it helped bring a legislation. It forced the lawmakers to change certain legislations and make certain laws to include which can benefit the LGBT plus community. So that is the power of cinema. And how more can inclusion be? One more way is by breaking stereotypes. Yes, by breaking stereotypes. Mainstream cinema historically had this thing of making caricatures out of stereotypes. Okay, South Indian hai to Madrasi, UP wala hai to bhaiya, Marathi hai to XYZ. No, but today, look at cinema. Do we look at Bahubali or a Pushpa or a KGF and call it Madrasi? No, we appreciate it. We have embraced it. We glow in its success. So that respect has increased for South cinema. At the same time, respect has increased for other regional cinemas because the filmmakers are working. They have broken those stereotypes. Here also there were so many stereotypes about how women should be, about how politicians should be, about who our villains are, about who our heroes are. But cinema has changed all that. Lot of films are taking place nowadays which are rewriting history. We all know about all that. We all know about Kashmir Files. We all know about the recently released film Chhawa and so many other films. These films are recreating or rewriting history. Now, whether it is evolution or a devolution, it is up to your interpretation. But it is a powerful tool. So definitely this tool can be used for thought in evolution also. And it is a powerful tool. It can be used as a weapon as well. But we have to use this tool. Now, no one can argue against the amount of patriotism a film like Lagan generated in all of us. I believe a lot of youth activism in the last decade was inspired by a film called Rang De Basanti. As filmmakers, it is absolutely prerogative and it is responsibility of filmmakers like us to promote thought infusion, to promote unanimity, to promote peace in the society, to push boundaries every day. We have to do that as all filmmakers. And cinema can really, really influence everyone because it influences popular opinion. The kind of activism which we saw in the last decade. A lot of those people took inspiration from so many films, from so many heroes, and they did it. So cinema goes a very, very long way in doing all these things I told you, and lots of filmmakers have been working really persistently towards this thing and doing good work consistently in this direction. And I urge all of you not to look cinema as merely entertainment. Because cinema also celebrates our flaws, our shortcomings. It tells you how it includes. It tells you it's okay not to be okay. You are unique. You are a talented individual. Don't look down on yourself. Even Superman is having problems. Even Wonder Woman cannot date. So when a Superman and a Wonder Woman are having problems, what are we? So it really motivates. A good film always entertains you. It nudges you to think more. It makes you more lively. It always coaxes you. It always makes you see a new path. And we all should encourage such kind of cinema, which can help in evolution, which can help in inclusion of more people. There are so many marginalized communities in India. I'll come to my personal experience. I made a film called Masab, which all of you can check. It is out there on all huge media platforms. That film was on primary education. I went to a very small primary school in a very impoverished village in Bundelkhand area. I made that film with all the normal kids there. I didn't hire any actor for that. And believe me, within 7 days, those kids were highly trained. Before me, they were saying camera, light, action, cut. This was 7 years back. Last year, those kids made a short film on what our village requires. This is the power. This is the power of that medium. I made another film on manual scavenging called Mela, which will be releasing very soon. Now, during that film, I was surprised to find this kind of untouchability practices which still exist in rural hinterland India. That there are people who actually even today, go out and collect the shit of other people by their own hands. If a filmmaker like me does not show it, then who will? But it is the responsibility of you people, because every film is an artistic exchange, like I said. It is the responsibility of you people to promote that kind of cinema as well. You watch your Pushpas, you watch your Bahubalis, you watch your Chavas. But do find time to write about such films. Because only together we, me and you can do it. If we do it together, then we evolve. This is your theme, right? Involve and evolve. If you guys don't involve in these kind of discussions, if you guys don't involve in and discussions does not only mean right now in this very hall. A discussion is happening every moment in today's online world. It is there. You have to be a part of it. Unless and until you involve, and primarily the youth, because you are going to decide our future. I'm in my middle age, like 10, 15 more years of active. That's it. On a personal level, speaking on a very strictly personal level, I started in Telugu films. Now look at the power, I'm basically a guy who was born in Uttar Pradesh. And I went on to Telugu films to become a major star there and compete with so-called superstars. But cinema transformed me. After a period of time, I realized that it is not only about hits and flops. It is also about creating a legacy. It is also about motivating other people. It is also about posterity. What you are going to leave behind? Are people only going to talk about your hits? No. People are also going to talk about what issues you picked up. People are also going to talk about what you threw light on, what you threw darkness on. Because ultimately, statistics no one will remember. But an emotion which cinema generates, a feeling which cinema generates, everyone remembers. And everyone will remember that such and such person made films all his life. Today we celebrate Satyajit Ray. Why we celebrate Satyajit Ray? Today we celebrate so many big filmmakers in India. Why do we celebrate these films? Those filmmakers who have gone, filmmakers who devoted their life making good films. Will anyone remember Shyam Benegal by his box office numbers? But is Shyam Benegal immortal? Of course, he is. Is Govind Nihalani relevant? Of course, he is. And so many other filmmakers in India, they live. So making cinema is not only about the present moment and about box office. It's not the 100 crore club which counts. We are generating consciousness here. We are creating cultures here. We are making heroes here. We are setting moral standards here. We are guiding the youth towards looking at things with a different way. Huge experiments are happening in cinema. It is really pushing your boundaries. Now, films like Interstellar, when you watch Interstellar, when you watch Matrix, they are talking about alternate realities. They are talking about interdimensional things. Aren't they pushing the envelope? It is making you think farther than what you can think. It is making you think on those ideas. The very fabric of reality cinema and filmmakers are questioning every day. For me personally, cinema has acted like a therapy. A lot of times, it has acted like a therapy, not only for my mental burden, but also for my questions, also for the urges which I have inside me, also to introspect where am I going wrong, what I can do. So, as a personal tool, cinema has really helped me in evolving my thought. I always seek good films. Why I seek good films, or any one of you does, on Netflix, Amazon, or other platforms? Because you are seeking something as well. You are not only seeking 2 hours of entertainment, you are seeking something as well, which you might know or might not know. So cinema is definitely the biggest tool in our hands, because I really believe that it is the most evolved art form today in our hands. And if we encourage good cinema, and if we encourage good filmmakers, and if we keep on encouraging such kind of things, definitely we will see a more enlightened society, a better quality of life. Because I'll tell you one thing, science in wrong hands might disappoint you. Art in wrong hands again might disappoint you. But the power of art is everlasting. Why it is everlasting? Because again, as I told, it is related with our consciousness. And our consciousness remains. It is not only one person's consciousness. It is the universal consciousness. This is the power of cinema. I have acted in films, and when I show my films, people who don't even know the language, by reading the subtitles, believe me, at the same place a person in Chennai claps, at the same place a person in Bihar claps, at the same place a person in San Francisco smiles, at the same place a person in Mumbai smiles. This is the universal consciousness. This is the power of cinema. So in cinema, I have rested, I have resided my whole life, and it has given me a power of rejuvenation, and definitely it will give you all, also, it will keep on giving you all this power of rejuvenation, this power of seeing more, this power of becoming more aware, this power of becoming more realized. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and it was such a pleasure talking to all of you.